Right, I'm going to start tying a silver-bodied alley shrimp. The 8/0 red UTC ultra thread 70 denier they call it. It's the same as an 8/0. It's a partridge patriot size 10 hook, and I'm going to put this is Uni French oval silver tinsel in small. Take it down to just in level with the points on the hooks for the tag on these ones, because this partridge patriot hook you can pull the tag in a lot sooner than you can on other type hooks. Keep the wire in the middle when you're winding up. Take it back under just to balance the hook out. Gives the body of the hook a bit sort of size and all, because sometimes I find the bodies aren't as thick as sort of they could be when you've got these tinsel bodies, because the flosses bulk them out a bit. Anyway, yeah, I've got some bucktail in the stacker. Orange bucktail. Not too many strands. I like sort. I don't know. I've never counted them, but there's about 15 strands there, maybe. I wouldn't say there was any more than 20. 1 times the hook length, 2 times the hook length. I've said it before. I like a long tail. Tie it in there. That looks absolutely lovely. That doesn't normally tie in as easy as that for me. I wouldn't worry about it being right up against the back of the tag. When you're tying, doing your catch it on the way back. Secure it in, cut it on an angle. Good angle on this one, because you've got to tip it and you've got squirrel again in, and you've got your hackle, so you want a nice taper kind of towards the back of the hook. And when you start getting closer where your thread turns, you'll see it start to taper in when you catch them in. Lovely. Head back. A little bit of wax on maybe. I've already waxed my thread for this one, like some micro verniards, I think it's like a micro flash or something. I think it's called a micro crinkle flash or something. I can't remember now. Like just a micro one, you'll see it. You can put anything in, like crystal flash, mirror flash. Oh, but I like just putting 2 strands of that with 1 strand, and then fold it back, tie it in so it's secure, cut it the same length. That's all you need, man. A couple of strands of that in the back end. Didn't want these big, bushy, bulky flies with all sorts of stuff flying off them, man. Right, wax on the thread. Come forward a few turns, as you can see. A couple of mil from the tag. Before you tie it's a Uni Mylar holographic silver, this, in size 12. I've just used me large up. I normally had a large one. I think that was a verniard one. Couple of turns on, and then square it up at the back. See if it's gonna go on our level. Yep, it is. Keep your tinsel full length of the body. I'll show you actually on that side. You can see it. Fold it over, come round. Back end of the tinsel level with the front end of the tag, so you cover up your thread below. Alright. Straight over the top. Straight turn on the back. Secures the tail in, and it covers up on the other side where you might have a bit red thread showing, and then start then start on your nice and tight, angled, slightly angled towards the front of the hook turns to keep the body nice and smooth. Plenty of pressure, but not too much, because I've stretched the tinsel in the past, like when I've been over keen. And if you haven't got a very good vice, you'll pull the hook down on the vice. You'll learn as you're tying what pressures you can play away with your materials, etc. Keep the thread nice and tight over the top, and again secure it in. Come in tight as you can with your micro tip scissors are the best. A bit extra wax on here for to keep the job right. A couple more turns right. The silver rib you've got left hanging at the back, what you tied in earlier, straight over the top. Secures the tail in, and it does actually cover any of that base thread underneath if you've got any showing. You shouldn't have, like if you've done a decent enough job. Angled forward with the turns. Try and get them evenly spaced out if you can. It's not a big deal, like you'll probably not even see much on this holographic body background. Tighten it in after 4 or 5 turns. That looks alright actually, you know. Underneath, tight in where your micro tips, and that's plenty there. Bit of wax on your thread. What we're going in now, right? What tippet? Golden pheasant tippet. Strip the shite. Sorry for swearing. Strip the excess feathers off from the bottom. Right. Put it between your fingers. And that's the good side, the coloured side. Underneath's a bit paler. That's the nice side. Put it between your fingers and lift your fingers up. So you push. Keep at this. Pull it through and lift the sides of the feather up so you fold it upwards. And then roll it. Roll it on the top, so it bunches on top of each other, and then you get a lovely build up. Place it so it's just coming just short of level with the back end of the hooks with the bend. When you pull your thread out of the top, pull it out loosely, because you want to twist your tippet back, because it will pull with your thread. Second turn, give it a bit hokey pokey. But naff on with it. I'll tell you what, I normally get it sort of somewhere near, and then cut it and naff on with it after I've got it glued in, because it'll spread out here, watch. See how it spreads out? Twist it back into place. Like so. Gently though, gently, because it can come straight out. Because you've only got 2 securing turns on that, so get a super glue in, just a touch. Just a touch of super glue. Down, over, over. I'll do. Wipe the excess off. There shouldn't be much excess if you've kept it tight. Tight is right. You know, I would normally put my finger on top and pull that back and nip it down, but that's lying quite well. That, like on the fly there. So I'm happy with that. Underneath then, I put my squirrel tail in underneath, because I find it balanced. You can wrap the squirrel tail all the way around and twist it around with a thread if you want to. You can cut it all off all the way around, or you can put it on top of your tippet. I like to put mine underneath because it balances the fly out. It looks nicer in my opinion. I've got my squirrel tail in this stacker with the window on the bottom. It's much better for your finer stuff, so you can see if it's squared up properly when you've stacked it. I like to stack my squirrel tail because it looks tidier. Get it, have a look, see if you've got any ragglers coming off on dodgy angles if you want them nice and straight. Little ones like that. The odd one or two there. That's not bad there now, look. Right, put them in, offer it up. Let's have a look. In particular with my squirrel, offer it up to the hook. Just into the bends, coming past the rear bend of the hook. A little touch longer than the pheasant tip, but I like it. Get it where you want it. Finger and thumb. loose turn over the top, twist it back into place because it'll pull with your thread. It's a bugger for pulling squirrel. Second loose turn, nip it up. Right, let's have a look here. Twist that round there like that, champion. And you'll find when you come under with your scissors to cut it, it'll try and go haywire on you. Don't worry about that. Twist it back into place where you want it. And then get your fingernail, push on the fibres gently, and they'll push back out. Don't push too hard because you'll push them out, and then you'll ruin your fly. But you want to push them back to make space for finishing your head off. Touch your super glue, tiniest amount, just to see, there's one there that's come back, fibre's just come out. Don't worry about that because you will get the odd one that comes out, and whatever comes out, whatever you're left with is just your finished article really. Blah, them there, there's a good half, it doesn't come out there. Good job now because I put too many in. Champion, nice and tight, that super glue will dry into them fibres lovely. And you'll end up with a nice beard on that. Ah, that's spot on that. Turn it back round and you've got your beard on. Wax on your thread. Feather is an orange American hen from Whiting. I like my hen hackles a lot better because they're softer, smoother, they've got a great movement in the water, which I find works for me. Aids to the movement with the soft long fibres on the bucktail. I like the movement through my whole fly. Soft feathers, long beard hackles, long beard fibres, nice long tail movement, even movement into the finer micro flash, which moves a lot better than other stuff, the thicker stuff. I'm all about movement with a fly, me like. If you want to fish a fly in faster water, where you're worried about the currents pushing the shape of the fly back, losing its shape, you would just use maybe cock hackle, which is a bit stiffer, or put a tube fly on and put something underneath the hackle at the back, like a glister dubbing body or something like that, which sticks behind the hackles, which stops them from pushing back over with the current. But for this one, just a nice size 10. I'd be fishing it in a gentle glide on the River Coquet, and this will be spot on. Got that secured in. Straighten my fibres out. Come round, catch it with your finger and your thumb, over with the turns, pull it back, catch it with your finger and thumb, pull it back, and that's twice round, over, catch it with your finger and your thumb, over. Right, and what I've done here is I'm not happy with the way that's turned on them turns, so I'll let it go, and you'll find it sits a lot better when you let it go. You get a gist on what it's looking like now, you see. And then you can start back again, but maybe it's a little bit more care and effort put in on the second turn. 2 turns. That should all be what you require on this fly. Sparsely dressing it. Up with a thread at the back. 90 degrees, keep the tension on. And it looks messy, but have faith. Put your second turn in to secure it, nip it up. Come over with your micro point scissors. Cut that off. I don't like them loose fibres, me like. Pull them off normally. You can fold them back, it's probably advisable to do so. Right, nip that up. Right, what we're saying. Couple of turns to tighten it in. Bit of wax on the thread maybe. Right. See, to get this fly to show properly, you've got to get your fingernail, put it at the front where the hackle fibres start coming out, and just dig it down in the middle of the fly and push towards the rib. You'll see, separates the feathers straight away and shows off the fly for you, look. It's just a tart thing, like, you know, you can tartan on with the fly and let people see what you've got. Shows the fly off better than that, like, but when you put it in the water, all the fibres will just come back down. And it'll just be a big prawny fly in the water, like. Nip it back, both sides. Have a little look. That tippet has come up a bit, like. I should have maybe pushed that tippet back. Like I was getting it at the start. Never mind. Never mind. That'll do. I don't put a jungle cock finish on my alley shrimps solely because my main man David McPhail, when he tied it when I first seen it, didn't either. And he's the main man regarding the flies as far as I'm concerned. And I don't think it needs a jungle cock on it, the eye shrimp. It's shrimpy enough. These tippets here, you know, in the orange, in the squirrel. I think it's a nice fly. It spoils with a jungle cock, I think. Build the head up. Good colour of red thread on. Wax is drying off it now. It's coming up with a bit plain thread. Try and get a whip finish on this head without much wax on it, without it slipping, so we can have a nice clean red finish. If you can do that, it gets away from having to put like a glow bright floss head on it to finish after you've done it with a thread. I like a good red finish on the head, me. Just with the thread, like. Saves a lot of hassle. Not a bad fly, that. Cut that off. A bit taut on with it. What's happening here? Is that looking alright? Ah, it'll do. That'll catch a fish, man. Super glue. Very fine point. With the brush. There you are. Silver bodied alley shrimp. Take that off the vise. I'll try and get that maybe on my finger, like you see when it's sitting up. Yeah, silver body, alley shrimp. Thanks for watching.